Have you noticed that all self-improvement advice sounds exactly the same?
Discipline equals
uncomfortable but safe cold exposure.
Journal, breathwork, meditate.
I spent years trying to follow that sort of advice, but my life only improved after I started ignoring it about a year ago. So let me teach you 3 lessons about what actually works so you can cut out the noise and have a better life. For me, it all started with Gary Vee videos at 16. I thought he was a dick at first, but soon I was kind of on board. Then, over the years, came Tony Robbins, self-improvement challenges, Stephen Bartlett, Wim Hof, the whole lot. I consumed everything about how to live a better life. But as a skeptic, I needed to try them all. So I did. Cold showers, 5 AM wake-ups, journaling, meditation, yoga, and the result? I was pretty depressed. That led me, fortunately, to a really useful conclusion, and the first lesson. There's 2 things that are really obvious and important when you're big on the internet. Keep differentiating yourself and keep getting your content out there. It's just a reality. I'm doing it right now in the hopes of one day being big. So as a consumer, you always have more and more to watch, and with each new person you listen to, the more ever so slightly differentiated pieces of information you start to access, which means the influencer can focus on their niche, sleep optimization, getting big in the gym, running, nutrition, whatever, but you, the consumer, have to do them all. Here's the reality. There is no absolute combination of activities you can do that will lead you to a successful or happy life. So stop looking to YouTube for the answer. Here's the thing though, these influencers aren't completely wrong. Exercise is important. Sleep matters. Reading will most likely make you smarter, or at least think a bit more. This stuff works. I've seen it myself. A bare morning routine did improve my life, so did running after work a few times a week. But the trap? I tried to optimize everything at once, doing things I didn't believe in, thinking if I do all of this, I'll be happy. But instead, I just got incredibly anxious. So the lesson's really simple. Sometimes doing less gets you more. As someone who overthinks everything, I was exhausted trying to do it all at once. I had no time for things I actually enjoyed. And with all this Andrew Tate alpha male bullshit becoming prominent, I was nervous that not only would I stay exhausted, but I'd also turn into a pretty terrible person as well. So I stopped. Everything. And it felt great. For a bit. But I still wanted to feel better, to be better, to achieve things. Because that's normal. So I tried something different. Instead of doing everything, I just took a step back and had a look at my daily life. What made me feel bad? What could make me feel good? I remembered that even during my 5 AM phase, I loved having quiet time in the morning to myself. So I focused on just that one thing. Nothing extreme, literally just getting out of bed and having a shower. That's it. I did that for a couple of months until it stuck. And you know what? I felt way better. And then I picked one more thing. And things kept improving. So to reiterate, less really can be more. Look, I'm not going to pretend this was instant. I failed constantly. My recent attempt at resistance training lasted a month, but that's longer than before. Running took ages to get right. And that's okay. It's all experimentation. And so you believe me, here's 3 things that I completely failed at. I tried to run 5k a day for 30 days in a little challenge with my friends. I gave up after day 2. I faked an injury. I hated it. Then I started going to the gym at 5 AM. And I actually did it for a while. It was in the middle of winter. But obviously I don't do it still now. Mental. I also tried to read 52 books in a year. A book a week. I didn't do it. Of course I didn't do it. But it got me back into reading. That experimentation helped me build it up again. And now I don't shut up about it. You know yourself better than any dick on the internet. You know yourself better than I know you. There's going to be things that you enjoy or you're skilled at naturally that I'm just not. But the only way you're going to work this stuff out is to try these things. Like, try running or hiking with your friends. Try going to the gym or just doing sit-ups in your living room. Try reading. Try all of these things and don't just assume you're in the wrong if you don't love them or if they don't immediately make your life better. All you're doing is giving yourself the freedom to question things, to understand yourself and to keep what works for you. I'm not saying you should just keep doing the same as what you're doing and give up if it's not super easy. I'm saying try as much shit as possible one at a time because some of it might be. It might make your life so much better. It did for me. So that's lesson 3. Test everything and keep what works. But with all these things, it's good to have simple ways to implement them. So subscribe and maybe some of my other videos might just help you. And if you think I'm wrong, or hopefully right, let me know in the comments.